Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of... The Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The LSU Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. He'll keep it himself. And some room to work. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. The give on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. They go to the wide receiver screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line and after that big run, the defense answers. Wants to fire on second down. Get it out on the screen. Touchdown, Tigers! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Clemson Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this...
Oh, they knock it free! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Red pass, it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson in big-time signal.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking to scramble. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Grabbed into the middle. It's Moore. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Finds his big tight end. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got the tight end. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, Clemson! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Quick completion on the out route. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Gonna look downfield again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Makes a man miss. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. To the air, it's Klubnik. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. He's looking to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Randall. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Looking for the score! And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. The lead is down to a field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Anderson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Gets it out fast. And the ball's on the ground. to get the football. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. He's at the... And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by 10 over Georgia State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back to the 16.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had, and the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Clemson will send the punt team out. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. He's got an open man. Lots of running room. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Clemson, 17.
He'll bring it out. It's random. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Williams. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle, it's Green. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MT if they can stop him on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Anderson.
First down pass.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The sure hands, it's Anderson. LSU will get a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. A strike downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll go to the ground. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 1.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up 14 over New Mexico. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Using the quick game. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to keep it in the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Brown. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got the back over the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Randall. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw on 3rd. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Quick completion on the out. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Makes the catch. It's Durham. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hilton. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Clemson will send the punt team out. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He'll pull it on the read. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. The give out of the gun. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. It's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, H. Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 25 over the Groupers. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The kick is on its way. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Gives it on the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Clemson will send the punt team out. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The give to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Got his man quickly. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The punt team makes its way onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop them on 3rd down.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward, get that yardage, and he gets the big 1st down.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give to the tailback. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Gets open down the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Charging forward on the sneak. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Now on the counter. Can't get him to the ground. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware, too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football. You're trying to be an All-American, and it's plays like this that starts getting that pump going, the hype train going, and at the end of the year, you want to be like, best receiver in football? Where's he from? Baton Rouge.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 28 over the Groupers. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes.
They're throwing the swing pass to the back, just trying to get him the ball in space to see if he can make people miss. That time, though, the defense, nice job with the tackle.
He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's the pressure. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 20, first and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. LSU now operating in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd knows when to bring it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Buys a little time with his feet. Breaks into the open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't connect on his first throw. Clemson will send the punt team out.
Number 89, on to punt it away.
He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Going right to work up top. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Bringing the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Klubnik. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field, playing great defense.
Punt is on its way. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
2nd down coming up.
He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Quarterback on the keeper. The ball pops out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
How about the defensive line? You know what? They're so athletic, they might as well be called running backs. They were running backs in another life. Probably should be anyways. Look at how he scoops up the football, makes a play, chews up yardage, almost houses that puppy. What a great athletic play by the most athletic players on the field.
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. They get to him as he throws. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Timeout, Clemson.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.